Hey everybody, I'm Cheryl Miller. I am the clinical director here at Manatee Children's Services for our clinical programs, and we are today here at the Cottage. We are in our waiting room where kids come to wait to meet with their counselor, and I'm going to give you a little tour and explain a little bit about the services that we provide here at MCS. So as we move in, I'm going to just walk around and kind of show you some of the things on our walls. These are messages that kids have created and left behind. So this one, I hope you can see it clearly. It says, "It's not your fault. Before I was feeling sad, scared, confused, shy. After I was feeling happy, confident, smart." All of these are things that the kids complete at the end of their time in counseling with us, and they get to leave a message for other kids to see what it's like to come to counseling. So here at MCS we have 4 therapists, including myself. The other 3 are obviously not here today because of social distancing, and this is my day in the office. I met with 2 little girls this morning, and some of the cases that we work with are kids who have experienced sexual abuse or physical abuse, domestic violence. These particular clients are victims of sexual abuse, and we see a lot of that. Probably about 80 to 90% of our caseload is sexual abuse. So now I'm just going to show you around another one of our therapy rooms. You can see we have a lot of really cool stuff here for the kids to play with while we're doing therapy. All of our activities are therapy based. They're evidence-based interventions, and we just try to make the experience fun for kids but also effective. So we want them to leave feeling like they had a good time, but also know that they're on the journey to healing. I'm gonna keep moving through here. You can see our kind of walkway. This is the office that I usually meet with kids in, and we've got a dollhouse here. We've got a lot of sand tray activities. This is my sand tray table. We can open it up and do sand tray with the kids. So we just have a lot of different fun things for the kids to do. When we talk more about the evidence-based side of things, that is how we, the different types of interventions that we use here at MCS. I'm just going to have a seat here in Ashley's office, and you guys can see some of the things that we have here as I'm talking. We use, all of the 4 therapists use TFCBT. That stands for Trauma Focused Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. And that is an evidence-based intervention that's been around for many years. It was designed with children specifically in mind. And we do lots of different activities with them, like we teach them relaxation exercises. We may have them do stuffed animal breathing. They put a stuffed animal on their tummy and they watch the tummy go up and down and the stuffed animal go up and down to help them with their relaxation skills. A big part of the child's healing, though, is going to be us teaching them the skills and the parent or caregiver that's involved with the child helping them to remember to practice those skills every day and then use it whenever they're triggered or experiencing some kind of traumatic reaction. So TFCBT is very structured. There's very specific steps to it. We go through what's called the practice steps. So you do psychoed, relaxation, affect modulation, cognitive coping. You do a trauma narrative with them, which is basically a story that they create about themselves that revolves around the trauma that took place, whether that was a sexual abuse incident, physical abuse, witnessing domestic violence, whatever it may be. Then we can do in vivo activities with them. That may mean like if they're scared of sleeping in their bed because the sexual abuse happened in their bedroom, then we do activities to gradually expose them to being able to sleep in their bed on their own. The final stages of TSCBT are conjoint sessions, so the child is going to share their narrative with their caregiver, and then enhancing safety. We kind of review safety concepts with them. We do a safety plan, and then we have a celebration. We always do something special when kids graduate. We have a little party for them. We give them some kind of a gift. We get a little snack or treat for them, cupcakes, pizza, chocolate chip cookies, and a drink. And we kind of have like almost like a graduation party for them to celebrate that they're done with treatment, and we send them on their way. Another thing that we do with every single person that comes in for treatment is we utilize testing tools. These are formal, evidence-based assessments to determine what their symptoms are. So everyone, whether they're 3 years old or 5 years old or 17 years old, gets an assessment to see where their trauma symptoms are at the beginning of treatment, with the goal of them being decreased by the time they leave at that final session. So we do it usually the week before they're ending, and sometimes a midpoint also, just to see how things are going along. I myself am trained in another type of therapy called EMDR, and I do use it with some of the kids, but it's really effective for the adults that we work with. We find that TSCBT can be effective for some adults, but EMDR is really, really good for them. So we will definitely take on adult clients, and usually they're the caregiver of a child that's in services with us already, and they also have some kind of trauma history. Maybe they experienced sexual abuse and nobody ever got them treatment, and so we'll work with those adults as well. So I'm also here in another office. This is our fourth office. Just want you guys to kind of see. This is another sand tray, maybe that a child created at some point. So there's some kind of meaning behind it. The sand tray is really cool to use with the kids because it's a great way to tap into their subconscious thoughts and memories, and there's all kinds of play that happens that's very therapeutic. So we use other supplemental tools like sand tray therapy and other games and other things like that. On the back of this door, I just want you guys to see kind of this cool thing that one of our therapists created. It's the cognitive triangle, so it's kind of a fun way for the kids to learn about it and see it on the door, how their thoughts are connected to their actions and feelings when something happens. We all have this process that our brain kind of goes through. So that is Clincal. I hope you enjoyed seeing what we do here and hearing about it and all the cool stuff that we have. And I will see you guys later.